Okay, so now I'm back, and I'm just trying to give a little information here. Um, I am actually, I can't say I am actually. There's a Facebook page that I absolutely like, and I joined, and I'm a part of, called Erased Families. It's hashtag Erased Families. I am considered to be an hashtag Erased Dad. Um, that is majority of where my depression comes from. The fact that I have a son that no matter how hard I try to fight for him and fight to be in his life, the court systems that we have here where I live is actually not trying to see that. I have to prove my rights and prove myself, my innocence, until proven guilty, as they say. No, not even in family court. In family court, you're guilty until proven innocent. And I've been accused of so much stuff, and I've been fibbed on in so many ways, and the court system has been manipulated by my son's mother in so many ways that it just happens to be where I have to fight to prove my innocence. And with that being said, it's very hard to prove your innocence. When it's lies, you can't sit there and say, Your Honor, those are lies, she's fibbing, he's fibbing, whatever the situation might be. That's not true, that's false accusations, this and that, that and this. The court systems make you sit there and try to prove your innocence. They want to see evidence that you didn't say that or you didn't do that. How can I provide this evidence if it didn't happen? I don't get it. They're not making her provide evidence that these accusations that she's claiming are true. They don't make her provide that. They don't make her provide anything that she's claiming. But I have to provide evidence saying that it's not true. I don't know how that works, but yeah. So part of my depression does come from me being an erased dad, and I do think about it often, and that's a lot of my depression. I won't say a lot of my depression comes from not being able to see my son, but a majority of my depression comes from me not being able to see my son. A huge, I want to say about 85% of my depression comes from my daily living without my son being involved, as far as my household, my employment, things like that. I'm sorry, guys, it's 12:30 at night, I'm still at work, and that's where a majority of my depression comes from, and it's hard to change my daily living when you have my past that's stuck in my head. You have my depression, which won't allow me to do anything, which won't allow me to try to fight and move on, which won't allow me to feel good about doing things. It's just my depression. It's just like being in a black bubble. You can't move. You can't see where you're going. You're unable to move. You're in a black bubble stuck against a wall. Like you're in a black bubble in a square box or something where you can't move. And you can't see where you're going. You can't see what you're doing. You can't see nothing. And so it's hard to kind of get yourself out of a situation that you're in when you're in a situation where you can't move. You're stuck in a black bubble in a square box. And that's how I feel. Like, that's my depression. And that's how I feel like my depression is. And it's hard to do anything. I can't do dishes. I can't clean up my house. I can't. And when I'm in a state of depression like that, I just can't do nothing. So it's kind of hard to sit there and remove myself from where my depression is coming from. You know, it's hard to kind of remove myself from there. I know where a lot of my depression comes from at times. At times I don't know where the depression is coming from. At times I think the depression is because I'm an erased dad, and I feel like that is stuck in me mentally. Whether I'm thinking about my son and thinking about me being an erased dad or not, it's just stuck to me mentally. Like it's in there. And I think that's where the depression comes from a lot of times, when I don't know where my depression is coming from. I don't know why I'm feeling depressed. I think it's because I'm an erased dad and it's stuck in the back of my head. Mike, that's my son's name. Mike, I love you. I'm always thinking about you. Your sister's always thinking about you. Your sister sees pictures of you. She knows who you are. She loves you. She says it all the time. My brother Mike, I love you and everything. Like, she just straight up loves you. She's 4 years old right now, and she absolutely only remembers you through pictures. She doesn't know you visually. She doesn't have any other memory of you but through pictures, which is sad because you've only known your sister for the first 6 months of her life, and after that, everything was just taken from me. And it's sad, but I have to keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting. I don't care if you're 45 years old. I'm still going to be fighting. I'm going to continue fighting till I get what I want from you, till we get to be with each other, until we get to until I get to show you the dad I could be. And you learn the truth about what's going on and why things is the way it is right now. But I think that's where a lot of my depression comes from. When I don't know where my depression comes from, when I just dropped like I did today, when I dropped and I was feeling down and my depression was there. And I think that's mainly because, like I said, I'm an erased dad, and that's stuck in my head, and I think that's where it might come from. But other than that, a big, huge majority of my depression comes from my daily living, my household, my jobs. You know, I'm sitting here working 2 jobs and doing 16 hours a day between both jobs, trying to not make ends meet, but trying to keep my mind on a path where I'm not going to fall into that state of depression, where nothing's going to be able to trigger that state of depression, because I'm working and I always have to put on a smile. The depression always makes me put on a smile, even though I'm not happy. It makes me put on a smile. It makes me seem like I'm happy, but I'm not. And that's why I guess I'm working 2 jobs. Why I'm working 16 hours a day between both jobs. I'm a provider, and I have to try to keep my mind straight somehow and not fall into the state of depression. I think that's what I'm trying to do now, cover up my depression by working. But I just wanted to say that, and I think, like I said, I think that what happened today with me being down and being in a little depressed is due to me being an erased dad. And if you don't know what that is, please look it up. You might know somebody that's an erased family member. You might be an erased family member. Please look up erased families, and I'll see if I got a link that I could get to throw in there into the description, so this way you guys could just click on the link and you guys find out more about erased families. Alright? Peace.